Hey.
How's it going?
Good. Is this okay to sit here?
Nope, you're fine. I just saw the car. Just figured I'd stop and see how you're doing.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You just traveling through it, riding a bike, or?
Yeah, I'm riding a bicycle.
Oh, all right. Nope, you're fine, sir.
I mean, how long is the conversation gonna go? I mean,
Honestly, I'm done. I just wanted to check on your well-being. I just saw the car out here. Looks like you're probably camping out or passing through.
Yeah, I just relaxing, listening to the sounds, watching the sky, whatever. It's a nice full moon tonight.
It is a little chilly, but it's nice out. No,
So,
honestly, sir, you're good to go. You're allowed to be here overnight. I don't think there's anything against it, so
okay.
as long as you're good, I'm out of your way.
Yeah, no complaints.
Not yet, right?
So, yeah, it doesn't.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Okay, all
Hey,
right.
Just,
Yeah.
I didn't know. The one tire looked like it might be low, but I think that's just the profile of the tire. No,
Yeah, I got a bicycle pump. I can test it out. That's
okay. Well, I mean, maybe it's not. I don't know. It just looked like it. That's all.
okay. All right.
All right. You have a good evening.
Okay. You too. Alright, I have a strong desire for toasting the oats and the raisins, but unfortunately this heater, it's so weird. I got two heaters and I can't find the other one, but this one, the last 2 hours of the life of the propane canister, it just goes to a really low grade flame that I have it jacked up all the way I can, but it'll just continue doing the low grade burn. Whereas the other one, the other burner will burn completely all the way through until the canister's empty. I don't quite know why that is, but today is an especially kind of windy and cold day, and it's extra frustrating to have to deal with the low grade flame. Yeah.
Me and my cat. He ate his chow and said, I need to go outside. That was it. I didn't see him since.
He said, well, what the fuck's on his wind?
Yeah. I don't know if they're still doing those kinds of box hunts anymore. There was a lot of talk about them changing them. Of course, they got after the boxers and now they're getting after the football too. Too many all red on both sides. I should take a look at that. There were military units in the British Army that wore blue. There were Marines that worked on ships.
This is almost something like that, almost.
Yeah.
Is this almost same thing what they wore on time ago?
Just toured my room.
Almost, it's same two colors.
Yeah, they're colored.
And this is what a Patriot looks like. I'm going anyway.
All right, my friend. I appreciate that.
Right, I parked two archery ranges or very close to them. I think one in South Minnesota, southeast, and then one northeast of Minnesota. But I get to Chicago City, China City. What is this city again? Right, Charlie City or Charles City. I was at that park north of town, and somebody was just shooting their arrows. He brought out his own target, and he was standing in the back of his truck shooting it in that park. And it's like you can make these targets, these practice areas for archery, but it just depends on who lives in that area to determine how often it's used. The library has a sign on the exit that says "Thank you and keep reading." That's it. I've never seen a library with a sign like that. I almost hit this weird squirrel. It's acting really weird, and it's eating away at something squished on the road here. Yeah, it's messed up. But it's all it's doing is going after the crushed walnuts. The crushed black walnuts. Are they messing with its health or something? Okay, around here people have been harvesting these black walnuts. Man, they fall in large amounts. Easy to crush. And they're inside of this shell. And they look to have a lot, like they have a lot of value. I tasted one. I'm gonna spit it out because I've never had them before. It's a very aromatic smell, and it's not like walnuts. There's definitely the aromatic aspect. I don't know what to think of them. I just tried the one and then spit it out, and let's just see if there's any effect. I am completely unfamiliar with these. They fall hard, making audible noises when they land. And up north, I was like in Austin, Iowa. Or is that Minnesota? Austin, Minnesota. I was watching an old man gather them. And then I watched a TikTok video yesterday about these black walnuts. A black lady was talking about, she's being very reasonable about how to gather them and all that. And she seemed very confident in collecting them and eating them. So watching that old man up north and seeing that video, it's got my interest in this black walnut. I'm not much for a gatherer, because I can't gather, because I can't collect, I can't hold much. But I have seen piles, because these trees will drop pounds and pounds of the shell and all that, and then the meat looks kind of thick, but when it dries, I'm sure it shrinks down quite a bit. Yeah, these inner portions, they're fresh. I just got it out of its encasing. It reminds me of pecans, because I picked pecans, and they had the encasing that you had to remove. And it's the same. It's got that antiseptic smell. And I gathered a ton of pecans, and then ended up throwing a lot of in Texas, and then ended up throwing a lot of them away. But now that I think about it, I really like toasting and on the pan, and I could have probably tried toasting them to make them more edible, because you can only eat so many. Yeah, if only I could show the smell of this. Oh, see, it's so wet. When I push on it, moisture appears. It's got a long way to go for drying. And it very much looks like a walnut inside. That's why they would call them walnuts. Yeah, I think I could just straight up eat them. But it's a nut, so you're only allowed a fistful a day. An artistic rendition of train tracks. Pretty amazing. Right, this bathroom is made out of literally money. They have the pennies on the wall. 1970, any before 1959. Got all this bottom half, but it's not a real upper class bathroom. They don't even have anything fancy for the light. And it's an old style. This is an old type of knob. I was just looking for a place to use. I just snuck into here. And it's, I mean, it's public restroom in Waverly. They even had to cut some of these pennies for the corners. And the rooms next to it are some kind of a meeting room with reading material. Did you know? And then there's a room, some kind of garage next to it over here. What's inside? Oh, another meeting room. Okay. Rock Island. It's on the side of the buildings. It looks kind of fresh. Usually the artist wants to put his name and year. I don't... Dihetala. I almost feel like I'm in the last city north of Waverly. I just can't think of the name. It's got the bridge and the falls. Same setup. Library would be over here in that city, but I think it's behind me somewhere. Inflatable dam. Fully automatic gated spillway and maintains set water level. Inflatable. So there's an Oktoberfest going on. And they've cut off the street. I'll just take a peek. Seems like the biggest draw is a beanbag competition. Wartburg College. Passed by it to get to the library. Right, I was at the library. And I was looking at parking here at the library overnight, or I mean not overnight, but tomorrow, because they're open on a Sunday. And I look at this park, and I see across the park there's this hello, this open door. I think somebody's on the other side. They gotta keep this type of area secure, more secure than this. Just have a door wide open. See if anybody's parked here. That's not... Oh my God, are you kidding me? Maybe on the other side. You know, Waverly has been showing a lot of like misbehavior with security and stuff. Nobody's dead in here, right? All right. Huh. All right, so I shut the door, and now it's locked. It's not the type of place that should be unlocked. And these are, I've seen these buildings around, these unmarked buildings, deal with water quality. And I mean, they leave them, they make the city more vulnerable to hijinks. Right around Waverly, And it's so easy to accidentally wander onto the fairgrounds. And then also the golf course I almost wandered onto as well. They're probably not very busy for shortcuts and all that. There's no fence. There's virtually no real. Well, there's fence along one road, but it's very easy. I didn't go through any gates. It's very easy to wander onto the fairgrounds and also the golf course. They really have a reduced security for you know the response to their typical crime, and it's atypical. In fact, the skate park is over here. They got fence all around the skate park, like there's an old tennis court. But this city of Waverly is pretty easy to wander around with the lack of fences. And I know when I get further south, there's going to be more and more fence. Not sure where these black walnuts extend out to in the nation, but definitely southeast Iowa and northeast Iowa, southeast Minnesota have a lot of these trees that I'm noticing. I'm not sure what their range is though. I don't recall them in Race Lake, but maybe I was overlooking them. Oh my God. There's apples all over the ground. I might want to park nearby here. I think these are free. Oh, let me take another look. Yeah, I'm a hungry family. Not many people have really picked from these. They let most of these apples fall. See that? It's a lot. Yeah, I think I'd like to go through these tomorrow. There's a place I can park nearby and pick them. And just a block down from the apple orchard, they got a community garden, but it's a flower garden, I guess. Oh, over down further, it's all flowers here. Community sharing garden. Huh. With some art pieces. See, have you seen a large black cat? Okay, so also on top of the large black cat, that's another one here. There's also a lost ferris, 13 pounds. Bailout transporters. Okay, I'm back here to get a few apples. I have to look on the ground mostly though, because they've pretty much all fallen. And the choices are not great. Alright, yeah, that's not bad. Could be worse. Yeah, it could be worse. I just need to clean them off. Oof. Hit some ground apples. Ah, jeez. Maybe. Oh. Mostly good. my apple. Could be better. Okay, just a few. So the city attempted some mini putt here. Come on. But it got so unpopular that they abandoned it and it's overgrown. But what has gotten popular as this got unpopular is the disc golf, because that course gets, the parking lot could get pretty packed. You don't got guys crowding around the mini putt as much as you see them at the disc golf courses now. There was an attempt, but yeah, they didn't have any money to put into it for upkeep. Alright, at the Kids Kingdom, this is old, built 92. I don't know when the rules are in place. There's some interesting ones. Watch for those smaller than you, and please feed your litter to the trash cans. Okay. Bicycle and cigarettes, they go hand in hand and not allowed on this area. No bicycles and cigarettes here are allowed here. Alright, next to the Kids Kingdom, we got a new rule here. Yeah. Oh. They have to let us know if you want to bring a beer keg to the kids' playground, you gotta have a permit and a deposit fee. This is a little annoying to have this puzzle thing take up the whole table. So they got some kind of a goldfish feeding donation thing going on. While I was here, just only a couple came by. I don't think they're getting too many treats. So lately I've been getting into toasting oats with raisins, toasted oats. But I need to find the winter burner, because this is more the summer burner. It's such a low grade heat. That other winter burner does a lot better job with putting out heat. It's now very frustrating dealing with this one, and I don't know where to find it. Find the winter one. I gotta actually pull things out. Of course, I'm gonna find bones when I sneak in the forest that are really thick. It's like I got tore up, pooped on, and it's old too. What's so bothersome to me is there's these kids that showed up and started making noise as I was trying to sneak into the woods, like they were trying to pinpoint where I was, because they know how wow, that hawk caught a rabbit. I don't think I caught it on camera though, so I'm taking a little different way. Fish are swimming away from the edge. Yeah, man, I don't know if it shows up on camera. I could see a real wave action. It's a good sized fish. But yeah, I'm taking a different route to get back, just to try to avoid those kids. Low clearance, 9 foot 1 inch at the Echo. Ethan, Kaylee, Carter, Olivia. And ceased functioning in '84. Now it's just a walk bridge. And you can see that there's an end to the road. And it just turns into a walking option. I could only have as much grass tea as the land allows, and these areas that I've been stopping at have not been very fruitful. This old man is really struggling with that fish food. He's been there just shaking it and bopping it and playing with it for the past 10 minutes. You know, this shelter is built like a house, the size of a house, the shape of a house, and it's a shelter. It's just all open area with picnic tables. This would be a cool house I could live in. I don't like all those walls. They got this whole roof that extends without anything in the middle for support. Let's have a real strong beam. Maybe they thought they wanted to make a house here and then changed their mind, scaled back. So I broke down and finally got the smaller cup from the camping section at Walmart for small boils. I want to boil up 4 peppermints to try to help with my burping. And it's specific. I gotta use only this burner. That other burner in there doesn't hold it. It's just that the center, it's the circle of lack of holding is bigger. This is it's about almost a rolling boil. It moves quickly even with this smaller burner. It's less to heat up. So all I want is the tea. So it's specific. I don't really have anything else besides this now. I didn't have anything for really just doing small stuff. I usually relied on the big blue pot, which is actually a small pot for most kitchens, but it's the main thing. Now I got a secondary. See how this goes.